My name is Jamie Inglet, and I'm a training and compliance supervisor for the 911 Center. I get to serve the community of Edmond by talking to people on their worst day, figuring out what it is that they're needing, and sending them the appropriate resources for that situation. When I first started out in dispatching, I was entry level, so being here, trying to raise a daughter on a lower income was difficult. She was born with heart defects, so she's had open heart surgery. She was 5 days old when she went into cardiac arrest, and she was released with a trach. She was released with a feeding tube, so we had that for about 2 years. That was another reason for moving to Edmond and being close to the city is because her doctors are all here. We go to OU Children's for everything, so being closer to her doctors has been a great benefit. Really makes her feel more secure, and I wanted to provide for my daughter. A part of that is providing housing. And apartment living is great for those that enjoy it and don't want to spend the money on a house, but for a single mother, that's probably one of the only options outside of Turning Point. I think the thing that I liked the most about the program was the fact that you actually get to help in building the houses. It gives it an extra sense of accomplishment and makes it even more special. So it was the two of us in a studio apartment for, I think it was about a year and a half before we actually got into the house. And I did that to try to save money for the down payment and all of that stuff. So to go from a studio apartment to a 3-bedroom house was amazing. I feel like I could breathe again, honestly. It was really, really special to me. With your own house, you're able to do what you want. You can decorate the way that you want and paint the walls the color that you want. And it helps you gain a little bit of independence and uniqueness. To know that the money that I'm putting into our housing is going towards ownership and not just going towards somebody else's ownership of a property was very freeing. It was actually really great for us to be specifically in this neighborhood. I work at the police department, which is like less than a mile away. So I was so much closer to work. She was closer to school. It actually made a huge impact on our lives. There is a stigma to asking for help, and it was very hard for me to ever ask for help. I wanted to be able to do it on my own and to prove that I could do it on my own. And when you do that, you kind of get to a point of just exhaustion and feeling like you're not moving up and there's no way to move up when you just kind of feel stuck. It was one of those things where if I hadn't found the program, I just kind of had accepted the fact that we would be in an apartment for the majority of our life here. I think the mission is really great. Being able to provide housing and home ownership for people that need it within the community is just awesome. It's almost necessary for Edmond and for this community. And I just hope that the people that are involved or thinking about getting involved know how much it will impact somebody's life.